Hello guys, what's for dinner or kind of late dinner? I know last week I talked about coming on here and doing live, so I'm here. I'm about to make some beef stew and some bok choy.
Oh, you did it all the spelling.
Yeah, is it B
Okay.
okay and then Troy?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know what you were telling me. You're like
This is the bok choy, guys. The bok choy name is not even African, but we call shu. We have shu cabbage. This is a part of a cabbage family, so that's why I guess we like it. Shu. I don't know. Anybody there who speaks French? Is it chou pommé? Is the round cabbage? Chou de chi maybe? I don't know. That's how much of French I know. But sorry, I don't know if you guys can see. I am trying to cut. I'll do some slices of ginger before I boil my meat. First, I want to boil it, and then I'll kind of like do the stew for like 30 minutes, and then so I'm adding ginger. This is just fresh ginger. I'm just slicing it, throwing it in there. In here, I cut the meat small pieces, like that big, that much big. And then I'm putting in the ginger. I'll do like half of this onion and then some salt, and then I boil it like that. Then I'll do the stew. And then I'll do two things. I'll make rice because for work and whatnot. And then I'll do fufu later on, like a small fufu. Oh my god, this onion got in my eyes. I'm about to start crying. How are you guys doing? It's Sunday evening. So usually Sunday I really cook in the morning and all that stuff, but I'm just, some days you just don't do stuff like you're supposed to. This is one of those days. It gave me a chance to come on here and do this live anyways. But I hope you guys are well. That last name, that name, like Menjivor. I know a bunch of Menjivor here. Hello, hello, hello. Tap on the screen, please. Tap on the screen. So, anyways, I said I'm gonna do this half, and I'm gonna just throw in there some salts, a big pinch of salt. Pinch. I'm looking at my daughter. She's laughing. She always has a problem with the pinch whenever I grab so much.
Because you make too many pinches.
It's just one grab of salt, because I need salt. I cannot have this thing without salt. I need salt. So I'm gonna put this on the stove, and then I'm gonna go from there. Excuse me. Sorry, my child. So let's put this on the stove, and then I'm gonna do the bok choy. Okay, the bok choy. Somebody talk about how it was kind of bitter or something when you don't leave the stem. I'm always leaving the stem. Not all of it. Of course, I'm gonna cut it. I'll show. So this is, like, you can see it comes when you get it from the store. It comes, it's all like there's sand on it, so you have to wash it or rinse it out. I don't know. English is not my first language, but anyways. So this part, let me put my onion to the side. This part I usually throw it, and then so in there, when you see, you have to clean it really well. Run it through water, and then I think I'm gonna rinse it out after. So I'm just showing how I usually cut my bok choy. One of the ways, depending how lazy I feel or how much I want to, slice it or all that. So I just cut in there like that. We can use a container and cut it in there, but since I'm already doing this, I'm gonna wash it afterwards for my spices, for my more onions and tomatoes afterwards, because I'm gonna need. That's how much small. It's not even small. It looks like big, but. I'm looking at my kid. I don't know doing what. Anyways, where are you guys watching from?
The couch.
Which couch? Which state? My kid is a comedian.
This is a leather couch.
Dude, did you put the clothes in the washer? The minute you finish, then I can go ahead and do my laundry. It's Sunday, guys. It's Sunday.
Sunday is my laundry day. You need.
But your laundry day, you know what time it is? It's almost 6 o'clock. Okay?
Yeah.
Your laundry day.
Bye.
Anyways, I'm cutting. Sometimes I do this and cut it by hand, but
Before I do my laundry, then watch me cut mango too. Because I feel like too mangoes.
say what? Oh, you want to cut a mango?
Which one is right, Mom? You're the Wizard of Oz, or
Wizard of Oz.
the Wizard of Motherness.
Oh, the Mbaya. You don't see that in Mbaya. Look at the color.
I looked at this part.
Oh Lord, this one picking mango. Look at what she picked. So you can cut that, or this one is good. It looks good. Ah, my mango yenyewe nikatu
Stop attacking me!
ishakuzeka.
So, a lot of people are old, and people still love their grandparents, right?
What are you talking about? Hey, tap on the screen. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for all the likes. Tap on the screen. Can you grab it? I don't know.
Ah! Who wasted my good classy place?
Probably you.
No, I didn't. I think Kingy took
So I'm
my
still
mango.
slicing my bok choy.
You guys, what is the correct way to cut a mango?
Oh my goodness, don't do that. What is the correct way of cutting a mango? We're still talking about food, guys, so it's okay, right? What are you doing?
What do you want me to do?
Do you peel it first?
I don't know.
I gotta do my kid. This is gonna drive me crazy if I don't do it, because she's like trying to cut her hand. They're trying to peel a
No,
mango.
I'm not. So my hands
Usually
are
for the
intact.
mango, you washed it?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the mango, I don't know where we were going back to we're going to this, but anyway, so I usually peel it first, okay? And you see, it's a little. It looks like it's gonna be a little crunchy. It's not all like, oh, that looks so delicious. It looks green on there, but it's not. It's yellow. So, sorry, I'm doing it on the side. So peeling. You gotta develop the skills, man. So I usually that's how I kind of eat my mango. Growing up with a mango, 2 mango trees in my backyard.
It's growing.
Huh?
It's growing, Mom.
What?
Mango tree in our backyard.
Our backyard? Or me as a kid?
No, let's grow it in our backyard now.
Oh, let's grow it. I'm bad at growing anything. It's gonna die. So after you peel it, and I usually cut starting from here, you know, you can just cut. You can just feel the seed. You know, you can feel the seed when you go with your knife. So those, I already got the slices. Flexing money. And then I cut the other side. See, now now it's just the seed. You can see that I used to love to eat mangoes. Like, I can finish this in a heartbeat. So that's all. Like, it's all clean. You see? All this is still mango. Don't waste any mangoes. See? It's all clean. Anyways, back to my bok choy. If it was up to you peeling that mango, you would have been at it for the longest time. That's why
Hey,
let
I
me
would
do that.
still get it cut though.
But like you wouldn't cut it the same way.
This is a pinch of salt and a pinch of sugar, you guys.
What are you doing? You cannot be putting sugar in mango. Lord Almighty, this kid anaribisha.
No.
Unaribisha mango we ya kuria batuta ba America. At least with talk about salt. Kura na salt.
That's disgusting.
No, try it with salt. And
It's better
pepper.
with tahini.
And pepper.
You have
Yeah, tajin, it's salt.
Tahini.
What do you think tahini is? It's salt.
Yeah, with other stuff.
Yeah,
Not just
salt and
by itself.
pepper. You're wasting it with sugar. Guys, you eat mangoes with sugar? This kid, you can tell that this kid is Lord Almighty. She's from here. I'm
just
sorry
say
to
you're
say,
racist.
but I'm not a racist, man. I'm not African. I'm not African.
See? Grandma.
Can take the you grandma will tell, if I tell grandma like that, they'll say, oh, mtoto naribisha maembe hivi
No, I'm
mtoto
gonna
you.
tell you're probably not African. You guys the one I'm at. I'm gonna take those tests that they give you online to see.
Anyway, sorry guys, I'm
I'm
like going
50%
on rants
Asian.
over here, but my kid is trying to eat a mango. But I'm the other, like the bok choy, I'm continuing cutting it while the meat is on the stove. And then after this, I'm gonna slice the onions and tomato and then get ready with the meat. I'm gonna mix it together, the bok choy, the meat, but I'll let the meat cook first because you need the meat to cook. And then this, I'll add it. It's not like cooking. Like I'll put it in water for a little bit, let it just kind of like boil, the water to get hot, and then I'll drain it. Because if you leave it like that, if you cook it straight like that, you notice it's a little bit bitter. What happened? So all this stuff, guys, I got it from Walmart, except the meat I did not. And then I just posted what we do have tahini.
You never told me that.
All this stuff I got it from Walmart except the meat. And I posted a video on my YouTube channel. Go watch it on a grocery haul or grocery, what do you call it? Grocery. Anyways, grocery on a budget. Like, you know, it's really crazy nowadays getting anything anywhere. But
you know who deserves an award in this world? People that can go to a store and buy only what they plan on getting and nothing else deserve a reward.
yeah, I fail all the time. Okay, I had a list. Okay, I'm only gonna get these guys. I always say that we're only going to the store to get this, and then an hour later,
The whole car is full.
food. I don't do that as much often now because I'm like, no, there's no money, man. There's no money. But yeah, somehow I always sneak a thing or two, even still. No, you have sugar, bro. You put sugar in it.
Just I finished the sugar. It's just
No, ile kumpemenda na sukari. I still see some white up.
This is the color of the plate.
Okay, here.
What?
There's not even need for all that. The mango is good by itself.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna put some water in here, put it on the stove, let it kind of just boil a little bit and then take it out and then drain it. Once the meat is kind of ready, I'll put everything together. I'll show you guys. So, but meanwhile, let me put this on the stove and then start cutting onions and let's chit chat. You can see this onion is dying. Oh, I'm gonna mix it to my food. So these onions, I'm just cutting it that way. It doesn't really matter which way you cut the onions for me. I don't think. I just want to cut some onions. But anyways, what was I saying? Just different. I do on here cleaning, cooking, and like encouragement for mom and mom. And it's really hard out here being a mom.
a mom of how many?
That's a mom?
A mom of how many?
Oh, a mom of 3. I was like, I gotta process that for a second. I'm like, what language is she saying? A mom of how many? The way you said it, I was like, I thought you said moms have money, and I'm like, Asima, like you say. It is kind of like a slang Swahili. Unasema nini? It should be like unasema nini. I say unasema. But my kid, that's how my kid used to speak the little Swahili she know to my father. She She used to say
I
like,
used to know more when I was younger.
she's like, nakupenda we. What do you say? Minapenda we sana. You know. Minapenda wewe. Tate minapenda wewe. And it worked, okay? And then and even my dad would be like, oh, nawe nakupenda tate wangu, or something like that, you know? But yeah. Anyways, that's a like a saying I love you very much. But the way she just said it, it's a kid. I love you very much. But the way she said it, it's just like you gotta think for a minute. If you tell somebody to that to somebody, like they have to like process it. But anyways, I have to pull out my pants. Hey, you know what, guys? Just on it. I usually just go off rant and talk about other stuff. So I just pull out my pants. I was doing that in class, not in class, at work one time with my coworker who happens to be white, and then and then she's like, "Why are you always doing that? Why are you always doing that?" Okay, look at me, okay, just for a minute, okay, look at me. So I used to do that, and then she asked me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm pulling my pants up." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, I sometimes I don't, like, my pants don't fit. It depends on what kind of pants I have, because I have a little, you know, bum, not a little big. But she's like, "I've never done that, honey." And I'm looking at her like, "Why, you never really done that?" I have to do that, because otherwise, like, I feel like my pants is falling, and the only thing I'm doing a little dance, like pulling my pants up. But anyways, if you're
you just talking about going off rent.
I know. But I just on here, you get that, or you get this on YouTube, you get that. That's me. I'm just being me. But yeah. Anyways, I do a little dance when I pull on my pants. That yeah. Anyways, how are you guys doing? And I'm still have the meat. The meat is on the stove and the bok choy. And then I'm just gonna cut these tomatoes. I'm done with the onions. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. And then I'll do I have a Knorr, hold on, I have to show you guys. The tomato, the chicken bouillon. I couldn't even remember. Tomato bouillon. You know, I use the Knorr. You can have different ones, but I'm gonna use that for this dish. Even though it's meat, I know it's beef. I'm gonna do the chicken. We can get the meat too, but I usually do what I have on hand. And the tomato, you don't have to cut them the way you just slice the tomato. Just slice them and you're ready. What I'm gonna do, aside from that, I'm gonna make a mixture, blend a mixture of the tomato and onion, and to have that as my base, like that as like it's gonna make the soup or the stew thick. I'm gonna put some onions in there. I use this to just crush or blend my stuff. Some tomatoes. And then some sauce. It's one way you can do this. You can have like a green like a blend, you know, like a seasoning blend. You know, you can buy all that stuff, but I usually make my own seasoning blend. I'll put some oil. What else I need in there? You can put if you have bell peppers, all that kind of peppers. If you want to make it spicy, you can do that. But I do have pepper, but I'm not trying to make it spicy because of who's gonna eat it. My little babies are gonna use that. They're gonna eat that too. So Last but not least, I use ginger. Like you have no idea the stuff I use ginger for. I make my tea with ginger. I put this in meat. Earlier I had to put a little bit of ginger in my meat that I'm right now boiling or cooking a little bit. And so I was just peeling it. I'm peeling it, and then I cut just a little bit. You can do like a seasoning with ginger and do the fish. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Let me blend this up, and then I'll put this to make my stew thick. I usually add other stuff in it, but this is what I have on today. That's what I'm gonna use. Okay. Thank you for sharing the live. Hi, baby. So you can make it as thick or whatever, but mine is not super thick. It's, you know, like that. And I'll just mix that with and the meat that I'm cooking. Okay, Ken, what are you doing? So I went grocery shopping, but I didn't get bell peppers or any type of. I have like a pepper, but I wanted bell pepper because it's not super spicy, like, you know, like pepper. But anyways, I'll use whatever I have. Let me go and start making the meat. Let me move the camera. Oh, not the camera, my phone. I'm just peeling this. I'm peeling this so I can put it in the freezer. Just little ginger slices, so I can have them for my tea. Okay, for my drinks. And I usually always like my water. Okay. Ladies, if you want, like, if you're working on your weight and stuff, because I'm always struggling with weight loss, one thing that's helping me, this ginger, like I'll get ginger like this, I'll put it in my tea, I'll make a ginger blend, I'll, you know, all this kind of little things that will help you. So if you like you struggling with like bloating and all that stuff, ginger is really good. Weight loss and all that stuff, and drinking, you can put it in tea, you can put it in water, and with this, the lemon and ginger, and drink it like that in the morning or in the evening. So I usually cut mine like that and put it in the freezer when I want to drink or when I use it. Just put it in my tea, or just a little stick like that, throw it in your meat. You see the flavor that it's gonna bring out in your meat, or fish or chicken or anything. So anyways, let's go make the meat. Thank you guys for still being here. So I'm gonna move so I can see. So I have that's my meat right there. I'm gonna start making sauce. The camera won't have so much lighting as over there. I'm gonna put it up here and close. Okay, so the meat. That's the meat. I think I should have find another. My kid is playing around here while I'm doing all this. Let's see if I have another pot. Ooh. So I'm whipping out my big pot, okay guys? That way the stuff can fit. Okay, so I'm gonna switch And then I'll transfer the meat that I already cooked in there. Okay, so this is how it is after you boil it. I put a little bit of water earlier, and you can see the big chunk of onion in there and stuff. So right now you can either fry it and eat it like that, but what I'm gonna do is making a stew. Okay, so some oil. You can put any type of oil you want. I usually use vegetable oil. That's what I use most of the time. You can do vegetable, olive. So, like I said, the onions is there. I'm gonna go ahead and try frying this meat and making a stew. You can let it get warm a little, the oil to warm up a little bit, but I didn't give it that much time. You can still hear the sizzling. If it didn't make any noise, then it's not, it wasn't ready, but it was a little bit ready. So this is the leftover after all that. Sometimes I add that on here just to make the flavor and all that, because the meat wasn't, it was all good and clean. But I already made my seasoning, okay? So I'm gonna put that to the side. And then I didn't drain this, so let me drain this. Guys, Cara. Yeah, mine is right there. So what I had to do is drain out the water and then rinse it with cold water. 1 or 2 times, that's it. And that's all you need. So the meat is start getting a little bit brown, like the color. I like when it crystallizes. And I'm gonna just put everything in it, like put all the like the tomatoes and onions and the vegetable, and let it cook together like that. Okay, so those are my stuff that I make. First I'm gonna start with the onions. It looks like a lot of onions, but it's not. You can do less if you want to, but I love too much onions. One more thing that I did not cut, garlic. Always have garlic on hand, always. So, and I'm gonna do like just a couple cloves. For this one, I think I'll do 3, like 3 big ones. Okay. So how are you guys doing? I don't even think I asked. I asked earlier. How are you guys doing? Where are you watching this from? Like I said, I am not a professional I don't think I mentioned I'm not a professional cook at all. I'm a mama who had to learn how to cook, and I love to eat. So when you love to eat, you gotta learn how to cook. And most of these they're like pretty much like African kind of inspired foods because I'm African. But I do like other things. Excuse me, little mister. Can you get away from my stove? I do like other stuff like Mexican food too, because I grew up around Hispanic a lot. So I do some of that too. Hey, King, can you take Tara? Tara, come and collect your brother. Hey, brother baby, come on, go. Thank you. So I'm just cutting this straight in here. Okay, straight in here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't need to be. All you need is the flavor. It doesn't mean maybe the presentation, but this is for my home. Okay, nobody else is gonna eat it, just for us. Okay, and garlic is really good for you, ladies. There's so much stuff you can do with garlic. Drinking garlic water in the morning with the ginger. It helps you with weight loss too. All these home remedies that actually work. They actually work. But you don't want to drink it too much in the morning because then you're gonna have a bad breath. But just wash your mouth, clean your tongue and all that stuff. Okay, so once that's cooking, I don't know if you guys want to see. It's not too hot. That's how it's looking right now. Okay. You can actually take it out and do the other stuff, but I just like to do all this together. Sometimes I don't even have time to do all this, so different days I cook it differently. One meal you have different ways of cooking it, so I just put all that in there, let it cook a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the vegetable. So while that's on that, I still need to do some salt. Okay, I know I put salt earlier, but I'm adding the vegetables too. I need more salt. And then in a little bit I'll add the vegetables. I add this the stuff I blend together, and then I'll add the vegetables. And then that'll be that for I'll let it cook. I'll add some water too. You can add the stock if you want to have stock, like beef stock, chicken stock and all that, but instead of the stock I have the chicken bouillon, so I add that, and then I have this. And if you want, you can add the tomato paste or tomato sauce to make it thicker. So like I said, it's a stew. You want all that stuff to make it thicker. Okay, one more thing that I didn't put that I usually add to my food: bay leaf. Okay, I'm gonna add a couple in there. Oh my goodness, my little friend. Hey, Kyra, where are you girls at? That's why I have to put him on a wrap sometimes when I'm cooking, because this boy's been doing some stuff. So a couple bay leaves in there. I'm putting 4 of them. So okay. Hey, mister. Hey, Mr. Baby. Can I help you? I'm gonna let the tomato to cook a little bit more, to crush, and after that I add the rest of the stuff. So I'm gonna start with my fufu process, because me and the baby wants to eat. Right, baby? The big sisters, I don't know. They're not Africans. They don't eat fufu like we do. Me and the baby like to eat fufu. Me and the baby and daddy. The rest of the people, they're Americans. Guys, I really need to clean up all these dishes. Okay, let's start adding the other stuff. So I'm gonna add that. Now it's orange looking. And then I'm still gonna add my chicken bouillon. Just 1 cube. What friends? They come as, I mean, my phone is over there.
Yeah, sure.
They're calling you? She's writing to you?
I don't know.
Who?
I don't know if they said my whole name.
What? What, they say your name and then what? What they wrote?
I don't
The
know if they
message?
don't got no phone number. I just say it was 1 minute ago.
They send you a message? So, after you got that, it's all... This is what I'm dealing with. This is how it is. Right now, you don't have to add the vegetable and all that stuff. But to make some people eat the vegetables around here, I have to add to them, to make the people eat the vegetable, I have to add some of, I have to add the vegetables, okay? So, here it goes in my bok choy. You can eat this separate, you'll make it separate. What?
Justice got a new phone.
She's the one?
Yeah.
The
FBI should get me.
Okay. So mix all that together.
This is the Terminator and I'm coming to get you.
Come with me if you want to live. Okay, I don't know. I'm weird like that, man. I'm weird like that. I just go off and think about, whenever I think about something, I just say it. But let's show you guys. Okay, this is how it is looking like. Don't worry, I'm not burning my hands. These parts are really good. Okay, now we need to add some water in that and let it cook. Okay. By the time this water simmer down and I put it like on like medium, it will be ready. Just remember the vegetable, I didn't cook it that much because you don't need to cook these vegetables. They're not those kind of vegetables you're gonna be cooking for so long. So we're gonna do, maybe let it cook for like 20 minutes and then you can put a pepper in it, but like I said, I have people that don't like pepper like that much. And then my child,
Your favorite child.
I do not have favorite child. My baby eats the fufu too with me. So if he eats that, so I have to, I don't make it spicy for him because he eats. This is the only food that this boy will eat like crazy. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for following. This is the only way that he's gonna eat, you know, like, can you believe it, the little boy eating fufu? The big sisters, they pretend they're not African.
I know you don't African.
We African 200 and something %. So I got me some flowers, yeah, ugali, okay? Or, you know, cornmeal. Guess what? I got this one from the African store. I usually get like a big sack, but I had to get just different ones. So if you want to learn how to make ugali or fufu, this is like East African or Central African from Congo. I don't know, but because West African, they eat fufu, like different kind of fufu and all that stuff. I make it from Congo inspired. Like, I'm from Congo, Republic Democratic of, and this is the way that I kind of remember cooking it as a child, because I came here as a teenager. So I kind of had to, I still remember how to do it. But anyways, this is one of them. It's like cores. You can buy different ones. So I got 2 of those. And then, so I have my water in here. I might be ready to cook. So I bought 2 different kinds. The other one, it says even, I've noticed this one, even it says this, I think it's different, because I'll make it, the food tastes like it's cassava, even though they say, you know, white corn flour. I don't know what corn they're using, but the fufu always says like it's cassava. You can see the texture is different, like when you cook it. Because every time like I cook it separately by itself, it's gonna be super like soft. Okay, my husband is Muluba. They don't like the fufu that soft. Okay, like they don't like the cassava fufu like that, so they'll prefer the corn. So I usually mix it. If I just want for myself, then I'll use this one. This is like the cassava. By cooking the cassava fufu, it's kind of hard. So what I do is I start out with this, putting my mixing and all that. Like at the end of it, I'll add some of. Why are you being weird? At the end of it, I'll add this one. Okay, I'm ranting, I know, but I'm just explaining. So we're gonna start off with this one. By the way, you put your clothes in the machine?
I'm about to do it.
Oh Lord, 2 hours later, we're still trying to put those clothes. So you can get the flowers at African stores or Hispanic market, even you can get that, because they like tortilla. You can get kind of the similar, it won't be the exact, but at least we're gonna have some fufu, man. The only place, the only reason we get, if you get it like from Walmart, be careful with those flowers, because they add other stuff. They add like what else? What they call like bleach, and it's gonna make the fufu just taste. They make sorry, hold on, I gotta. They add baking powder, so the baking powder is gonna make it like the cooking flour, the baking flour, and your fufu is gonna be like tasting like cake. Okay, you don't want that. We're not trying to make cake here. So I'm just gonna drop that in there. I usually just do that, even though I have a big thing of container of flour in basement. But when I'm cooking, I don't have time to be going down in the basement and grabbing. So I usually just do this. But I need to stop being lazy. So when I'm gonna stir and start my fufu, okay? Just mix that in there. This is the invitation to burn the fufu before I even start. You what? Sorry guys, I had to step out for a second to go see the baby. Struggling to finish my water. So let me pour this stuff down here. I was just showing you the different flowers. So depending on where, because I remember 20 some years ago when we first moved here, there wasn't anywhere that you're gonna find fufu flour. But now, I think like at maybe Walmart. Is it Walmart? You can get it at Walmart. But African store, Hispanic stores, just get the ones that don't have all this stuff. Sometimes you can get. What are you doing? Okay. Thank you for following. Thank you. So I'll do this, just stir it for a little bit. Maybe I should start. Would you guys be interested in me doing the live in Swahili? or in my little French that I know. It's gonna be so hard. Anyways, what? But yeah, like, please, can you please type on the screen if you will be interested if you speak Swahili. But otherwise, I usually do it in English because English kind of comes easier for me. But I can't do the video in Spanish or the live in Spanish because the food that I speak, Spanish people like speakers don't eat their food like our African food. But I can do other stuff in Spanish, like as far as other talking about other things, you know. If you guys would be interested, please go ahead and type on here, or I might just continue in English. Do like just more, you know, encouragement. We mamas, we need to be encouraging each other. It's really hard out here. Trying to work, trying to keep a house. You know, being a mom, being a wife. Being a working person, working, you know, work, stressful life and all that stuff. So I talk about that. And one thing that I should be talking and giving advice, I work in HR, so most of those things like that, or how to get a job, how to keep a job, how to find a job and things like that, as Africans, it's really hard. You know, we come here, we don't speak the English. Some of us that don't speak English, you know, Africans that don't speak English, so to get a job, and most jobs that I offer, you know, most of us have background, you have education background, you know, like you went to university, but you have to come here and start from scratch, you know, like it's so hard for people and working. Just I came here as a teenager, I didn't have to do that, I went to school here, but like I usually feel for my brothers and sisters that have to come here and start all over, you know what I mean, like just getting all these jobs that they pay like minimum wage, and them trying to support their family, and you know, just if you're ever interested in that and talking, or you know, what to do, how to do, where to go, trying to apply for a job, or you know, how to just survive. So I need to start. That's what I say I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm putting in quotes, but I'm being serious. I'm gonna start talking about that, like how to just get a job in United States, working. As far as work, the struggle we do here as Africans when we come here, it's really tough. Trying to get a job and working on a job and surviving with this minimum wage, or stop, you know, how to go up, how to scale in the working. It's hard. Like I didn't study for HR. I did not study for HR. I studied for oh, thank you. Yeah, I studied nursing. Somehow I ended up getting married, moving, and now start working in some meat company. I've never worked at the meat company when I was younger. And you know, there's things that we do in life that, you know, you gotta take steps. So I had to kind of change my mind and starting all over, working hard and meat packing plant. Like our brother and sister just go through a lot when they come from Africa, you know, you imagine you're like a doctor or engineer back home, and then you come here, you start working in a meat packing plant. Like the stress, you know, the depression that our people go to, and you know, a little bit by a little bit I went through, and then I scaled, and I went to school here, so people used to ask me, how are you even working here? I don't know, I had to start somewhere. But anyways, ended up in the HR, so I'm doing HR now. But that's not my main goal. Like my main goal is just awareness for us, like especially moms. Like, oh my goodness, the stress of having children, you know, the expenses that mom do. Not only that, remembering our family back home.
This is Balenciaga.
You know, we have family. We still have family back home that we kind of need to take care of, you know. Like I still have family. Be careful. You would save me. I'm not gonna save you from burning stuff.
You're a lifesaver, mom. You're a lifesaver. Yeah, you know how Church is gonna save you. She's gonna give you, what do you call it?
Okay.
CPR?
Mouth to mouth.
Mouth to mouth?
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, do you guys think so? That's a great idea. Yes, yes. I'm gonna be working on that. So that's okay. Let it go now. Let it go. Good, right. So that's my plan for 2023 to be start talking about this kind of issues that they really bother me when I see. So I had to go through that, not only working that type of environment, learning Spanish, just where I'm working at. Like, I wouldn't even get a job over there if I did not speak Spanish. Yes, I'm good at stuff and all that stuff, but let me tell you, if I didn't speak Spanish, I wouldn't get that job, because it's a lot of Spanish speakers, and I speak Swahili, I speak some French, but they took me mainly for the Spanish speaking. So it's really hard for our brother and sister to just trying to survive, and the racism is super high, like it's super high, like wherever you are, it can't be in office, it can be just like like packing a house or whatever, wherever you are, the racism is really tough, and yeah. So I want to talk more about that, or that's my plan. That's what I started doing. Even on here, I think I should more like motivating our brother and sister, but mainly just for me, like working mom, because I'm a working mom. The struggle I go to working from 9 to 5, even 9 to 5 is not even 9 to 5. It's like 9 to 5 plus overtime, plus when you gotta help people, you have to stay extra sometimes on the weekend too. But yeah, that's good. I'm gonna really, that's my plan for this year, to talk more about that if you're interested. So my fufu is almost ready. Sorry, I went out and all that stuff. So after you have the fufu like that boiling, okay, what are you doing? I'm cooking. So after you have the fufu like that, you add the fufu flour in it, okay? So sorry I'm going off rant, but that is something that I'm passionate about. So you add the fufu flour, and that's something that just like bothers me, and like every time I see somebody in my work, thank God put me away my work, I see, and I try to help our brothers and sisters out. Oh my God, just so much that we're gonna have to go through. I think it's really tougher, it's really hard for African brother and sister that come here as adults trying to what are you doing? Trying to move on, find a decent job and not provide for the family they have here, just adapting to the environment, getting a job, living well, and then helping back home. So that's what I want to do pretty soon. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be working on that. That's my mission for this 2023. But meanwhile, we're gonna cook some fufu. Yes, baby. My baby wanna eat some fufu, so let it cook like that for a little bit. But I still have my meat, so I'm gonna check it. It's looking really good. So I'll give it a couple more minutes, like 10 more minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'm ready to start mixing it together.